Hi, I'm Lucas from Magoosh, and I'm the TOEFL guy at TOEFL Tuesdays here. And it's Tuesday, and we're talking about the TOEFL because it's TOEFL Tuesday. All right, so specifically, we're going to talk about practice tests and when you take practice tests and how many practice tests you should take. Because this is not an easy question to answer, and many students make mistakes with this. But the answer changes. The answer varies depending on how much time you have to study. So, if you're studying for only a short time, well, you're not going to take many tests. Let's say you're studying for 2 weeks. You'll probably only take 2 tests. The first one you should take immediately with the diagnostic test. That will give you a lot of information about the TOEFL very quickly, which you need because you're studying in a short time. Then you'll take another one in maybe a week or possibly a week and a half. We'll talk more about that in a bit. If you're studying for a longer time, say for 1 month or 2 months, then you'll probably take 3 or 4 tests spaced about every 2 weeks. Now that gives you time to learn about the tests, learn from your tests and learn more about the TOEFL in between your practice tests. So you don't want to take one test on Monday and another test on Tuesday. You need to learn between them. I also recommend, if you have a month or 2 months to study, not taking that diagnostic test from the 2 weeks or sooner schedule. If you are taking more time, then you can learn about the TOEFL before you take the mock test. That helps you to learn more in detail. And you don't use that practice test, and you can't use it twice. Once you take the test, it's finished. So you're not wasting that test when you could just learn about it first and then take the practice test to use strategies and to use ways of answering questions that you learned in your study. If you have even more time, say 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, then you'll probably take a test every 3 weeks, maybe 2 if you have many tests, maybe 4 if you have a long time to study. Now, I recommend taking at least 1 test per month, minimum. Ideally, you should take 2 tests per month, depending on the amount of time you have. That keeps you thinking about how you use the strategies that you learn and the timing of the full test. Now, one last note. I said earlier, don't take a practice test in your final week at the end of the week. That is, in other words, don't take a practice test the day before your real TOEFL or 2 days before your real TOEFL, because it will just stress you out. It will stress you, and that causes problems. You want to be relaxed and comfortable and confident on test day. You don't want to have taken a practice test the day before. It's 4 hours. You hated it, it's long, it's boring, it's stressful, and you're doing the same thing on Saturday, the next day. No, you want to have taken the practice test before and then have time to recover, relax, study more, learn from your previous practice tests, review questions, and then prepare for your real test later. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for listening. Again, I'm Lucas from Magoosh, and you can see more at TOEFL.magoosh.com. Thanks for listening.